Hey guys, this is Kelsey Patterson. It's 7:02. I'm 2 minutes late. I hate being late. Oh well, we'll get over it, right? Okay, so Kelsey Patterson, Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I am honored for tonight's call. I get to interview Autumn Patterson. I guess I don't interview her. I get to share her story. Granted, there's no relationship, even though she seems pretty cool, almost as cool as me. Anyway, so I get to share her story with you guys, and I'm so excited. She is rocking this business. You're going to want to get your pens and papers out and take notes. So without further ado, Autumn.
Okay. I want to start by talking about the health side of the products and what they've done for me, because that was the biggest thing. I started out, like, whenever my aunt, the first time she talked about it, I wanted to jump into the business, but I started out at first, my mom just came to me and my aunt had given her some samples of Plexus Slim, and she just went ahead and gave me some of those and said, try these, it might help your blood sugar, whatever, because I've always like shaking before I ate and stuff like that. And turned out it didn't only help me with that, but it started helping me with my thyroid. And so more and more I kept going off of my thyroid medicine. And within like that month, I went to stay with my aunt in Austin, and she basically just told me, you know, you could sign up for this and you could sell it, kind of thing. And I was just like, okay, yeah, let's do it, because I was just starting last year to work at a private school, and I really thought that that's like what Jesus and God had called me to do. And so I wanted to do it, but I was worried financially about like what they could do for me, because it wasn't near as much pay as a public school would be, and as my first year out of college. So I was just worried about finances and things like that. And so Plexus financially was really just a huge thing for me, and that's what I wanted to do. So I started out, and I have had really high sales and really high PV for the last year, and I've just been taking the products, and the products have just done a lot for me. I used to get migraines weekly, and I no longer am doing that. I no longer take thyroid medicine. I lost around 15 pounds. I sleep better. I just like could name like a million things that it's done for me, but it would seriously take like an hour if I named everything that the products have done for me. So they've just been really amazing, and I'm just really thankful that my aunt brought the products into my life, because they've done so much for me that I don't even know what kind of person I'd be without the products. Probably not so happy. So I'm really happy about that. And the business side, definitely, it's always just been a big blessing to me. And I think definitely my age group, it can be hard, because sometimes like they're in college and they just want to go to college. They don't want to work hard or work anything on the side, kind of thing. And so it can be hard into talking them into, like, it is easy to work the business, but you still have to do work at the same time. So you have to understand the opportunity, kind of thing. And so it took me a while to kind of figure out who was going to be the people that I really need to put my time into, because I got really caught up in like wanting to put my time into certain people, but they didn't want it. And so I think definitely in the past couple months, I've been really trying to just talk to my team as a whole and just trying to figure out who those are. And I got a lot of excited newbies in within the last month. And I pretty much just recently, like, my kind of gold story is that I've been wanting to go gold for probably like 3 months, and it's taken me a while, and I'm just never where I should be. And at the end of like around, like, I had 5 days till I was going to be the end of this month. And I looked at my downline, and it seems crazy, but I looked at it and I was like, well, I need 8 people to go gold. And I was like, I can do it. So that's pretty much what happened. So I just really got running with it and started doing specials and really trying to reach out to people. And I just think that Plexus definitely worth what you put in. And so that's definitely something I've learned for sure, is that it's worth putting in the extra time and talking to those people. And I just love the opportunity to get to know more people and have relationships. And I just really, I just love it, because I just get to meet new people all the time. And I just hope that I can like share the gospel with more and more people that are involved with Plexus. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. I really do. Okay, so how old are you, and what's your degree in, and everything else? Like, give us a little bit of background about yourself.
Okay. I'm 22. I turned 23 in February. I majored in business, but I have a minor in education, so I can teach also. I I don't know where I was going with that. I was gonna say something, but now I don't know.
I do that all the time. Okay, so with Plexus, have you been able to how have you gotten the word out that you're involved with Plexus and that it's helped you with so many things? What's your go-to thing to build that relationship and start getting people involved with either the customer side or the ambassador side?
I think definitely customer side is definitely social media has mostly been what's been utilized for that, and people definitely talk to me. But I do think ambassador side that it's really good to call someone or talk to them in person and just show them how passionate you are about it and how much you want them to do it. Because just like I remember when I first started, I was involved in a social club, so we were all really close to each other, and I just kind of sat them on my living room floor and said, you know, I'm doing this and I really want y'all to do it with me. And like nobody in the room said no, because like when you trust somebody, you want to do it with them. So like some of them didn't want to do the business and some of them just a customer, but nobody said no to the entire thing. So it's definitely really cool to get together with all of your friends and people that were skeptical. I can say that all of my really close friends are on my team now. So.
Oh, I love that. So that's so awesome. That's like my whole family is involved with.
Yeah.
But I mean, like my mom's a diamond, my aunt's a diamond, my uncle's a sapphire. You know, like it's like a family affair.
Yeah.
I can say that sadly not all my best friends outside of my family are involved, and that's okay. I still love them anyway. You know. So I was gonna ask you something else. I feel like you did just a minute ago. It's contagious, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so tell me about how do you portray to your team? Like, how do you get them excited? How do you keep them motivated?
I definitely like to do a lot of contest kind of things, I guess. I really just want to get them fired up too. And my team is like fast growing, but we're just still getting started. And my aunt and Haley and Wendy, they all just help out so much with keeping me motivated so that I can keep my team motivated kind of thing. They're just really awesome about that. And like they're always willing to throw in something for contest and things like that to get them fired up. But I just really like to do things like, you know, if you can go silver this month, then you get these free pair of earrings or things like that. Like I always am constantly giving them gifts and trying to just keep them motivated in that way, because I feel like it's really important for once people go silver, I think they really realize what they have. And before that, it can be hard to understand the opportunity. But then once you get to that point, I think people really start going with it and understand like how great the opportunity is.
Right. I get that completely. Okay. So tell me the general age of your team. How is it? Older than you, younger than you, about your age? Give me a little bit of feedback on that.
I have a lot. I have some that are still in college that are probably around like 20, 19. I have some that are around my age, and then like my mom's on my team, so I have some around that age group. So it's kind of just all over the place. There's really no age group I don't have, I guess. But definitely majority, I would say, is around like in their 20s, mid-20s probably.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. So tell me about do you do meetings? Do you do Zoom meetings? Do you do in-person meetings? What's your view? How have you done that?
Well, I like to try and like tell an ambassador like I'm going to call you this week and we're going to talk kind of thing. I definitely like to do that. But I also recently, probably about a month ago, I started like a training Facebook page and just kind of started doing a training video once a week or I think we're doing it every other week now. So once every 2 weeks, and then they kind of turn in homework to me of what they're doing with the trainings kind of thing. And I think it's been very beneficial because like when I looked back and Wendy, my upline, made a page kind of like that. And that's definitely what got me going, because then I understood, okay, like I need to buy business cards and I need to do this and I need to get myself out there. And so I think that's been one of the most beneficial things that I've done so far. So
awesome. How long have you been involved with the company?
Probably around a little bit over a year, maybe like a year and 2 weeks or something like that. So it's been a little bit over a year now.
Okay, perfect. Okay. What would you contribute your success? Like whenever you hit that brick wall and you need something to kind of push you over, what's your go-to thing?
Definitely my upline. They've just been really awesome. So anytime I can go to any of them and they're just really supportive. And then also there's a girl in my downline that's named Haley McDermott, and she's really awesome too. And so she definitely helps me out if I ever am like, okay, I want to do this, but I'm not sure. She's always so like supportive, and it's just been so nice to have that all around. So
I love that. Okay, so what would you say, what would you contribute your success to mainly? Like what's a challenge or something that someone could take away and say, okay, well, this is what Autumn's done to be successful. I think that, you know, I could do this. What's a little nugget you'd like to give somebody?
definitely just to think about it, like I just love helping people. And I just think Plexus is so different in a way that I was talking to somebody about this in my downline recently, just how people sell makeup or people do things like that. But it's so different how we're sitting there saying, like, we're trying to help you. And other people are saying, they're saying, you know, I'm trying to meet this goal for money. But like the thing about it is that even with my story, even if I wasn't making any money, I would still be naturally telling people to try the Plexus Slim and try the Triplex, because it's helped me so much and so many other people that that's how it would be no matter what.
Right. We're in the life-changing business.
Yeah.
That's how I think of it is, you know, I can change your life in any way. It's just which way are you interested in?
Yeah.
I totally, completely get that. So is there anything else you'd like to tell the group to just kind of give them a little something to take away and implement into what they're doing?
I definitely just think it's really important to stay really positive and always like let your team know that you're always there for them, and just continue to stay on them. I mean, even my inactives that I have a couple, and I still probably text them once a week, and majority of them don't text me back, but then like a month later, they'll text me back finally and say something. So I just think it's really important to try and make sure that everybody can try and get the opportunity, or at least tell them about it. So.
All right, awesome. I love that. That's great. I needed to hear that personally. Okay, so thank you so much for being on this call with me. You're great. You're amazing. Such an inspiration, such a light. I really, really appreciate it. And so I just wanted to tell you thank you, because you did amazing.
Thank you for having me.
So without further ado, I can honestly say that, you know, some of the things you said I'm not doing and I'm going to start doing, because I'm ready to hit diamond. So I know that you're right there with me. We're ready to go to diamond. We're going up all the way to the top.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I hope you guys all have a great night. Make sure that you're keeping in contact with your downline and keeping contact with your upline too, because they're great motivators for you to stay motivated and plugged in, and then stay with your downline so that way you can keep them plugged in. Motivate yourself, motivate your team, be you. And you have greatness. You are great. You're wonderful. And we are so excited to see you go all the way to the top. I'm Kelsey Patterson with a Young Pro GoPro, Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I'm so excited to see you in the future.